Welcome back at the Artist Coaching Podcast, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. It's ADE week. It's the busiest week for most producers on the planet, the most DJs on the planet. It's kind of the busiest week. It's a crazy week. It's a fun week, especially if you're here in the Netherlands, if you're in Amsterdam. Unfortunately, I can understand that that's not for everybody. As in, it's if you live abroad, it's quite a big investment to get here. Luckily for us Dutchies, that is much easier. So for us, it's just a train ride away, or just a 1 hour drive. So it's I will definitely be there. I'm planning to be there on Thursday and Friday. Oh, that's great. They start drilling upstairs. Hope you guys don't hear it. Anyway, welcome Gerard Francis. Ben Singh is here. Bit3, Silly Ox, what up? Lion Harris is here. And he says, ahoy, happy release day. Thank you very much, because it's not just ADE this week. My new book launched today. And pretty excited about that. It's a very soft launch, to be honest. I haven't spent too much time on promotion and stuff. I truly believe that the book eventually will find its way. And I gave it away for free as well, right? So I don't really see why I should put it up into the charts, to be honest. I think it will, I hope it will bring value to some of you who actually read it, or are going to read it in the future. There's an audiobook available as well if you prefer listening to that. Like, it's in the stream of the podcast. So right before this episode, you can actually find the audiobooks if you're interested. It takes about an hour and a half or something. You will hear me talking, so that's something new as well. I read my own audiobook. Um, what's up, Israel Carter? Josh is here live from ADE. Melodramatic is live from ADE. We actually met yesterday, Melodramatic and I. We had a good dinner, a steak dinner. We went to visit the studio. It was a good time. So happy to finally have met him in person. And we actually had a beer. So all the beer money came in use, right? It was a good day, good evening. Um, thanks, Mikey. Have a good day. Oh, you're arriving tomorrow morning. That's nice, Gerard. Yeah, it's as I said, it's a busy week. Same for me. Like, what happens during a week like this for me is that the first 3 days, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, is mostly about coaching sessions and receiving or meeting all the clients from international countries who are actually flying into the Netherlands, and yeah, come here to the office to finally meet in person or have a session in person. With some, I have dinner or lunch. Um, and sometimes it's just a session or whatever. So that's the first 3 days. And tomorrow I will be hosting the event at Stamped Records. I will be hosting a talk with Mero and Arcando, and I will be hosting a talk with Dub Vision, like a masterclass kind of thing. It's going to be very fun. I'm looking forward to that. And on Friday, no, tomorrow I have the Revealed Mixer as well. So I will go to the Revealed Mixer there and yeah, say hi to some guys that I still know, and probably a lot of new faces as well. And Friday I will have the artist coaching event. So we will do the Munch and Mingle, of which a lot of you guys and girls are coming to. So I'm really looking forward to that, to meeting you all in person as well. That's on Friday, and I'm really looking forward to that as well, because that's going to be a nice community event. I managed to arrange a content creator last minute. He's actually a guy from the community. His name is For You, Gabe. So he will be recording the whole thing and yeah, give you guys a better idea of what a day like that looks like. So that's gonna be fun. Um, let's see, Gerard Francis. I didn't get an invite to the revealed mixer. Yeah, that's a problem with those mixers. They're mostly on invite, so it's a bit harder to get into, to be honest. What's up, legend? Good to see you here. It's nice to see you all here, even when you're in Amsterdam. You're just tuning in. you could call it a habit, right? Like Wednesday, 2 o'clock, at least for my time, 2 o'clock. It's our time. It's community time. Jay will be joining in a couple of moments. He was a couple of minutes late because he had to do a padel tournament with DJs in Amsterdam. He lost, by the way. So mention that when he comes in. Um, but he will be here in a couple of minutes. He will join us as well because Jay has something to announce as well. If you don't follow him on socials, go check out that video because he posted something yesterday or the day before that about his change that he mentioned last week as well. And we're going to talk about that as well, like just figure out and hear about that change, like where does it come from, why is the change necessary, and what does it mean. We're going to talk about my book briefly. We're going to talk about ADE. I have a nice clip of the week from Actwell. And as always, we're going to answer questions from you guys. So if you have a question, make sure to drop it in the Discord. There's a section there called podcast questions. Please put all the questions in there. That really helps us to kind of filter everything. Otherwise, it goes all over the place. Um, let's see. Melodramatic. I dropped my coffee when I'm in Amsterdam. Ben Singh. Yeah, too bad you're not here, Ben. It's unfortunate, but maybe next year. That's going to be fun. Bit3 says melodic rave. That's right. That's Jay's thing, right? Melodic rave. And I'm very curious to hear what he actually means when you say melodic rave. Because to be honest, I hear a shit ton of new genres every single week and I'm lost. So, what does melodic rave actually mean? I'm very curious. In the meantime, I'd like to know from everybody in the chat who already read the book because I kind of documented the whole process in the Discord in the past 5 months. Every week when I wrote a new part, I uploaded it there. So if maybe you've been part of that journey, you've seen the whole book come together and being changed over time as well, being adapted. And if you haven't, maybe you've read the whole piece already. I don't know, could be possible. But I wonder what the first feedback is. As in, I saw a first message in the Discord earlier today, which was actually from Ben. That was such a nice message, Ben. He said, I'm just listening to the book now, and even though I'm not even through chapter one, and I love you even more than I did 10 minutes ago. Highly recommend listening or reading everyone in here. I'm going through a breakup on top of life, and I feel exactly what you're saying. I still want to DJ. There's one difference, and thank you. You're a fucking legend. Fucking good guy. Sorry. Amazing, man. I appreciate it. To me, it's really like a book that I just wanted to write because I think could be helpful to anyone out there, and hopefully it is. Jopke is here, I see.
Hey,
I don't see you.
can you see me?
No, I don't see you. You have to put on lights, yes. Hey, there he is, Mr. Padel.
Mr. Paddle.
Mr. Paddle. How does it feel to get your ass whooped?
Amazing.
Do you even play padel, or was that solely for
Yeah, I
ADE?
mean, I haven't for a long time, like for almost a year. And but I used to play a little bit, and I played with Andrew A, who I have a collab with, Australian guy, and he never played until last week when we played one game, and he played tennis, but it didn't really translate. But I mean, I also sucked, so it's like
Not the same.
I
Yeah,
can blame him, but
it's a team
it's not
effort.
the same. It's easier than tennis.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But it was fun. It was fun, and I mean the guys at I think they're called the Artist Perspective. They gave us a lot of like new shoes, pedal racket, whole outfit. So yeah, I'm really it's fun. That's always nice. I'm Dutch, so you can get free stuff. It's like hell yeah,
Hey,
brother.
free stuff. Yeah. Amazing. I was just updating everyone and telling a bit more about what to expect today. We're obviously going to talk about your, yeah, what is it? Pre
Rebrand,
pre midlife
new
crisis,
chapter,
or how we're going to call it.
midlife crisis, career midlife crisis,
Yeah,
maybe.
like pre mid career
Hopefully, this
crisis.
is the midlife of my career. I'll be happy, and
Exactly.
then
This is
long
like
career.
the pre millennial midlife crisis of your career.
I guess.
I'm
I
gonna
guess.
do things completely different.
I'm
So
gonna do it complete. That's what I never said. Huh? That's what I never said.
guide us through it. Like what's happening? Melodic rave. What's this?
Melodic rave, man. I developed a new sound. I developed a sound of which I didn't know I was going to develop it. I kind of stumbled upon it, and I feel like in my sets I was kind of like had some tracks that I made that I was like, I'm not sure if I should play it. You know, if I play like a set and I have a
Because
housey
it
track,
didn't fit the current Jay Hardway sound.
just in general, like more housey stuff, and I love to make it, and I released it stuff or like very like melodic happy stuff, and but it was like I kind of want that. I always see my own track and I'm like, hell yes, you know, like I want to play this right now.
Yeah.
And so I needed a bit more rave in there, and I don't want to go too far from like the old EDM sound, because it's like I think people are missing that also a little bit. I think if you look at all the main stages, there's not much EDM left, good EDM, and I am here to change that. But I
Bring
think
back
like
EDM, bro.
there's a lot that went to like the really harder styles and the techno really deep. There's a lot that went to you know, like um, anima afterlife kind of stuff and
Yeah.
afro house, very soft. And I kind of want to have found, I think, a nice balance in between those styles,
Yeah.
which is I called melodic rave, and I kind of stumbled upon the name as well and everything. Then I stumbled upon a new logo, and it was all like it was meant to be, and now I have a whole new story to tell, and I think it will be way more clear in a few months' time. Like, hey, if you book Jay Hardway, this is what you're gonna get,
Yeah. Smart move, man.
and
Yeah.
that's the eventual the goal. But it all started with the music, so that's also
Yeah.
good for people to know. I stumbled upon it because I had so much music, and of course I have so much experience DJing, so I played a lot of sets, and I could like track back like, hey, what are the tracks that I actually want to play, and then it kind of just clicked. So
Yeah.
that's also not like you can really force that. That's why I'm saying I kind of stumbled upon it, but it clicked, and I think, you know, I have something so good. I think that anybody can say it's shit, and I still don't really care about that. Like if you have feedback, I will always take it in, but it feels really like I got some feedback from I think Armin van Buren said like, oh yeah, I'm not sure if I hear like a full your own sound in it yet, and maybe and I was just thinking like, dude, you're wrong, man. And he also said like, hey, maybe it takes some time for him to get
Yeah.
used to it, but I was like, okay, man, that's your
Yeah.
opinion, and it's not like you can fake that kind of emotion, you know.
Hmm.
So, but feeling that again, I think that has been a long time. I think that's been like the times before
Yeah.
I even broke through that I was like, this is good. I don't care what you
Yeah.
think. And if you have that
Just sure
feeling,
about it. Yeah.
yeah. And if you have that feeling also DJing, they're like, you know, I'm going to play this. And I don't care if you all don't move. This is still good.
Yeah.
Um, because in reality, if you really think something is good, which I say you can't really fake, people will connect to it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Quick break because we have another donation. And
Oh,
this time it's not melodramatic. It is
what?
Siliox donating
Eh,
$1.
let's go.
Let's go. Thank you. I think it's a man. I can't see his
Siliox. Let's
profile
go, man.
picture, but thanks a lot, man. We really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for participating. Yeah, we love to see you guys here every week. But yeah, that's exciting, man. That's I can imagine it feels like a fresh start in some kind of way.
Yeah, definitely. But it feels more of like a letting go of like what it needs to be. And I also feel I have a new agent now as well. Like it's kind of the right time to just like say, hey, I don't have much to lose. So it just feels like everything happened in the time it was meant to happen in a little bit.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that, and this is a good one for people to know. You have to bluff a little bit. You have to be like, I'm gonna do this. I set a deadline. I set a deadline for an EP of 4 tracks, which is coming out this Friday. Melodic Rave.
Four
The EP
tracks.
is called 4 tracks, which of one of them is a collab, and the other three are yeah, my own tracks. Which for me is a lot. Like that's a lot of. tracks.
can we get a preview?
No, you can't. Keep
Dude,
an eye out on my socials, man.
dude,
There's a preview
you're
on my
this.
Instagram.
You always say you don't like those guys like
Hey, it's gonna be out.
teasing.
It's gonna be out Friday. I teased it on Monday. It's gonna be out Friday. I mean,
Can't
that's.
you drop like a teaser in the Discord, like just a brief teaser?
I may do that. I may do
Okay,
that.
perfect.
I'll do that after this episode, so not everybody don't tune out. Um, Also check my new website, but do it after this episode, jhardway.com.
Yeah,
All and it's cool. I think for the community to see. I did so much myself. I did my new logo myself. I did my new website myself. And now Joey Ralph would be here and he would say, "Yeah, you can see that. You
yeah.
can see that."
It's like a decent.
But it's I also don't care anymore how you achieve something. Like also in music and in building a website and artwork and stuff. I really don't care. Like, sorry to all designers out there, but I really think a lot of AI and templates are the new way to go. My website is from a template that I then altered, so you wouldn't even recognize the template anymore because I added my own font and stuff.
Yeah.
And also in music, like I use a lot of samples. I use sometimes AI. Like I have a little vocal snippet in one which comes out of an AI prompt thing I did, which probably is cool to talk about when the track is out. When you can fully hear it. But it's I think interesting that you would think maybe for an artist of my experience, I would have a lot of things that I um how do you say, like spend outwards, how do you say, like
Outsource.
invest or
Outsource.
outsource, but I do a lot myself. And even with like I do have a video guy that did a lot of the editing for the announcement video, but then still there's not a lot, but there's a lot of work for me telling the story and trying to get that across.
Did you create the
um
script as well from the announcement video?
Sorry.
Did you create the script of the
Yeah,
voiceover
yeah,
yourself?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just the editing that the guy did.
Yeah, and I think there is like that's one of the things I could do, but it just would take too much time relative to how much time he would take, and just too much time out of my studio time.
And it's probably better if he does it. The level is just higher.
Yes, yes, definitely. He has
Yeah.
definitely cooler techniques. But the thing is, the idea. I don't know if I agree, because I think the idea is what I pay for as well. So he has some really cool ideas that he brought into the edit that
Mm.
I like to pay for. Because otherwise, like I said, I would do it myself. And I think that's the thing with a lot of this stuff. Um, your own idea is so important as well. Also, to someone who has good ideas as an editor, he's still like, "Hey, man, what do you want?" And every like for some reason, I get the first version. I'm always surprised by how it's not there yet. And with everyone I worked with, I'm always like, "Shit, now I'm gonna have to explain this whole shit." And you have to like take an hour or a few hours to like kind of work
Do
on
their
the
job.
edit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it then feels like. But I realize that I think that's always going to be the case. If you want an authentic product, you're going to be
Yeah.
the one that's the one doing most of the work. And
Yeah.
I keep getting surprised by it. And I think you're at a level, and then like I worked with many different videographers, and every time I'm like, no, they don't get my idea yet. I need to.
But it's hard. It's hard to tap into someone's vision. It's
Yeah,
very.
yeah,
It's so complicated. It's so subtle. It's hard to create something for somebody else. It's very hard.
yeah, yeah. And that's what the whole thing is, and that's with even with managers and agents
Yeah.
and everyone working with you. You need to set the course.
Yeah. It's like what Ralph said with Renzo, right? With working together. Like it takes months, maybe even longer than a year to kind of nail it when it comes down to what you really want and understanding each other. Like, hey, this is how we work each other, what we can do with each other, and how
Yeah,
it actually adds value. It
yeah.
can take a
I
long
have
time.
to I have to give huge credit to Rainer Bruges, who's here next door. He came here in the studio here a couple months ago, So he's now almost every day next to me, and he has a lot of experience working for Mysteryland and IDT as a talent buyer. And with him, I had a really good click, and we talk about music a lot and about this whole shift a lot. And he's also the one that pushed me to be like, "Hey, man, just do an EP." And I was kind of like, What do we mean EP?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, just set a date. ADE is a good time, and just do an EP of 4 tracks." And I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
"Am I just gonna
Just wing
do
it.
that?" And I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't even. The nice thing is, I didn't post it anywhere, so I didn't. No one knew about it except him and me, basically, and my agent. And it's like, it's cool, that made me also like, I don't know, that made it real,
Yeah.
because there's someone else and you kind of set a deadline. But
Yeah.
it's, I have to give credit for him, and I think that's something that's what Ralph had with Renzo. You kind of have that luck with sometimes running into those kind of people, and that you then click with, and yeah, can get ideas out really
Yeah.
fast. But it's
True.
also, it's almost vital as well, because I think the one where I had that strongly like that before was Martin Garrix. You know, Martin Garrix. When I met him, he didn't have animals yet, but he taught me how to, yeah, do this with your music, do that, and like, just, I was like, well, holy shit, I learned so much. And
Inspires you.
same
Yeah.
now, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's, I guess that's true
Yeah.
inspiration. So
It's so like we've talked about this before, but the people who you surround yourself with is so important,
yeah,
and sure, sometimes you get lucky and you happen to bump into Martin Garrix, but there's so many people around you that have positive effect on you,
yeah,
either in work ethic, in creativity, in whatever it might be.
yeah,
There's always some energy that people rub off from each other. It's like, hey, if I'm with this guy, I just feel inspired, right? Like if
yeah,
I leave
yeah,
the room,
yeah,
I'm like, holy shit, like I'm gonna give it an extra 2%
yeah,
today. And if you feel that with a certain person, make sure to be in the room with that person more often.
yeah, for
And
sure,
I think let's make a little bridge to ADE, because that's kind of what ADE is about, right? Like being in the same room as all the other people,
for sure.
being with like-minded people, figuring out who you really click with and who you don't. Um, yeah, it's such an important topic. It's such an important thing to
Yeah,
think
for
of.
sure. And Mike Hawkins, who is a well amazing producer and a for huge names a ghost producer as well. He once said this so like in a cool way. He said, after you have a talk with someone or a meeting with someone, you think back and about the energy. Does your world seem bigger or smaller?
Yeah,
And that's such a good thing, because with some people you just really feel like there's nothing there. There's
yeah,
just, and you can't explain where that comes from, because it can be the most. I have friends, that make my world feel smaller a little bit, but I love them, and it's like they're the nicest guys. Not all of them make my world feel small. That sounds horrible, but in a way where, if you just notice when someone makes your world feel bigger, and you get ideas and
yeah,
you get inspiration and you feel inspired to do shit. Um, yeah, that's also hard to tune into, but once you get it, definitely
yeah,
get more of it. And it doesn't have anything to do with someone being famous or having a lot of connections. It's a big part of just someone's personality, I think.
yeah. One more question for you, and then we'll slowly go to the community questions, which you can still send in into the Discord, by the way, if you want. Um, you're starting a new chapter in your music career right now. Have you had to deal with some insecurities since you're changing your sound?
Nope,
No?
nope.
Super clear.
Like, only am I gonna be able to finish it, but then again, right away when I thought that, I was like, yeah, well, I have to go that night to the studio. There's been times where I work till 3 a.m. and
Mm,
then the kids waking up at like 6 a.m. Literally getting 3 hours of sleep, and then, yeah, well, that's what I gotta.
yeah,
That's what I do it for, And it's really funny how that insecurity. Yeah, it's just so different when you really feel like you got something, and yeah, I don't know. No, no, there's no insecurity. Like I said, I send it to the biggest DJs, and I'm like, if they don't like it, they don't like it. So it's like it's really it's crazy. I think I will be nervous when I do a DJ set, and it's like it's gonna be a switch. So like I wonder, because I'm sure of what I will play or what I want to play, but I wonder if the crowd like doesn't respond,
Yeah,
how that will go.
that's tough.
But I mean, that's the
You can always add an acapella to it and make it a bit more easy to
yeah.
digest.
Oh, I mean, it's very my music is gonna be very easy to digest, dude. No, but it's more of I think like yeah, because I have so much experience DJing as well, I'll be fine.
Okay,
But
you'll manage.
yeah, I'll manage for sure.
Okay, let's go to first.
Clip of the week.
Hey.
Every week we take on clips that you guys have sent in throughout the week, and we take one of the best and we talk about that clip in this podcast. And I actually found one from the one and only Achwell. Axwell?
Is it about his names?
No. Here we
I
go.
know.
Yeah, because like I have this thing that I always want to finish tracks, even though like they might suck or I'm not feeling them. But I have this finish, and it actually stops me from creating new ideas, which is a negative. But yeah, it's something I have. Like
Mhm.
yeah, always finish and then see how it is when it's finished. Like judge it when it's finished.
Yeah, let art do its thing and let the people
Yeah.
decide.
So it takes time. Omen, for example, this yeah, everything takes time.
Of course. Now,
So that was friend, friend of the show, Adam K.
Yeah, Adam K. Yeah,
Nah, not
Axel.
actual yet. Yet.
Yeah, not yet. We'll get him on. We'll get him
One
on.
day, manifesting. One day he'll be here. But that was our friend from the show, Adam K, interviewing Axwell. I think what he said was interesting. You know, we talk a lot about music production and finding ways to become more effective, like your strategy, right? Like making what is it, 20 minutes a day or something?
30 minutes. When I get to the studio, I have to make a new idea.
Yeah. And
Always
then
30
his
minutes.
and then his mindset builds on top of that, as in, and then if you have something, you finish it, because you can only um how does he say it, like you can only value it,
Yeah,
the
he can't really start a new project. He said when
yeah,
he's
that
still working on something, and he wants to
yeah,
see the end result and then judge it.
yeah, judge, that's what
Basically,
I meant.
yeah,
Yeah, you can
yeah.
only judge it when it's finished. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you agree?
Yeah, I think it is very good to not judge your project until it's finished. So you like just keep working on it and just finish it. At least you have some kind of arrangement that it's playable, and then see, hey, do I still like it? But he also says he doesn't always have time for coming up with new ideas. And I think for me, what really works is having a lot of ideas so that I can pick the best ones, and I do it like basically on a weekly basis. So every week I have a few ideas, and then the best one I'll finish. But I got to do it fast, because that's the other thing that when we had this post, that still I see still people commenting on it
Dude,
and
it's
liking it
blowing up like over
about the
100.
30-minute idea.
I think it's over 140,000 plays
Oh
right now.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
And that mouse has yet to comment. But people were like, yeah, but then you just end up with a bunch of unfinished ideas. And it's like, well, that depends if you have the discipline to then go back and finish what you started. And I think that's where you have to just also, when you're in this process, I mean, it's 30 minutes a day. It's not like it's taken away a lot of your time. If you don't have that, then something is wrong in your schedule. Um, and then you have to go back and look at the ones you really want to finish and just prioritize. That one's next, then that
yeah,
one, then that one. And I think when there's, and that's maybe what EXO means, when you're not sure about one, just finish it. But then again, if there's a better new idea, finish that one. And
yeah,
then you kind of, but because I do think when you have so many ideas, you get so inspired and you get in such a loop of creating, that you're also getting better at selecting. And the funny thing is, if I now listen to ideas I started like months ago, some of them I'm like, no, man, that's the old me. It's like you really like how do you say, like evolve.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, finishing in general is such a big thing, and
yeah,
that's where discipline shows. Not starting the
exactly,
ideas, the discipline shows when you have to finish stuff, and that's where. But
exactly.
that's what I mean. There's You have to sometimes be, hey, I got no time, but then I'll go at night to the studio.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's why I think it's such a strong mindset to have to just finish the songs, because as you said, coming up with the first part is mostly easy. It's low hanging fruit. It's the finishing of the songs which is like hard and not fun at all times. So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
by finishing all the stuff that you start, you kind of train that muscle of discipline. And that's a good thing to do. So that's why I really resonated with the message that he put out.
yeah.
I like
And
the cut.
you get arrangement ideas as well.
Yeah,
You get more
exactly.
creative there.
Yeah. And what
Um,
he says as well, like you can only judge it when it's finished. Like just a
yeah,
melody is nothing. Like you need to hear the
no,
full picture
yeah, 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 yeah,
before it's actually done. So interesting take.
yeah.
By the way, I see new people coming into the chat. What's up? Executioner, Lion Harris is here. Music IDs is here. Welcome, guys.
Lego.
Welcome back to the show. Uh, right in time for community questions. As always, we take on community questions in this podcast, questions that you can send in throughout the week in our Discord server. And every time we just go through those questions and we answer them for you. So let's go on to the first one, which is from Cherny, I think. Cherny, how often do you make sounds from scratch compared to using samples or presets? Would you often make a kick from scratch in a synthesizer, or would you build a kick with different kick samples and effects?
I would always use samples. When it comes to drums, I hardly ever record or use a
Yeah,
synthesizer for it. Sometimes I record a shaker on this mic because it's funny, and it kind of helps your track come more alive actually. Um, no, but like also I'm a huge preset guy, so I go through presets. I do change them sometimes, so I try to play around with the settings or but yeah, almost never from scratch
yeah,
sounds. No,
me
but
neither.
that's my style. I love presets and yeah.
Yeah,
I just don't have the skill to build like Andrew A. I've the first track on the EP is with him. We literally had a sample in our track, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll create a synth that's like similar but cooler and cleaner." And he did exactly that, which is yeah, a skill that I don't have.
it's crazy, yeah, synth
Um,
design. So it's a
yeah,
different ball game, Like I used
yeah,
to be the same, as in I only use samples. Sometimes I layered the drum
yeah,
samples. That's what I did do
yeah,
in order to create like a new one. But I used presets as well, and then you obviously tweak it in most cases. To just tweak it until you are happy with the sound. But the base, the fundament of the sound came from a preset in most songs. Um, Question from Mikey Foden. When you're getting booked as a small artist on a festival lineup, what should you do to maximize the opportunity? Obviously, film as much as possible, but what else? I think that's kind of it. As in,
play a damn good set.
yeah, play the
Like
set.
know exactly the time you're playing, know what kind of music you might need, um, may need or will need. It's so dependent on what time you play. Um, have hits, have non-hits, so you can alter. And otherwise, yeah, film, record your set. Maybe it's a good one.
That's kind of the only thing, the content you can create from that actual set is the only thing you can do to maximize your opportunity. There's not much more you can do aside from making sure the people who are actually there have fun and enjoy having a good time.
Yeah,
And then all the people who are not there and will see the content afterwards. So it's either one of those two things that you can do, and in the best way possible, I would do both. It's funny because Josh also commented, I see now, that he also recommends like getting a videographer and stuff.
yeah. Or you don't even need a videographer. You can bring a friend. tour manager that just you tell him to
Yeah.
film you, and you tell him to film almost everything, like also backstage and like funny moments, and just because there's also the stuff like, yeah, you playing cool, man, cool, cool, but what we really want to see is the person behind it.
Yeah.
We want to
You.
see some personality. So yeah.
Yeah. Question from Silly Ox. We know what you guys think of alcohol and gigs, but what do you think of artists that abuse or use other substances and how that may influence their gigs, careers, and lives? Do you even see this happening in the industry? Well, I can tell a bit about it, as in, yes, you do see it happening in the industry. I must say it's trending lower, as in, I kind of feel like the new generation of artists are much more aware of the fact that this is top sports, as in, it's, yeah, you want to live healthy, eat healthy, do workouts, because it's a tough job. So it's getting less and less, but yeah, sure, it's part of the industry, and some people don't really know where to draw the line with that stuff. I think it does influence their career and their lives if you go too far with it. So unfortunately, it's still part of it. So, but it's getting less, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's the choice of the artist. I don't think it's a smart choice, using drugs while playing, especially when you're a big artist, because then you're gonna be using a lot of drugs because you're playing a lot. Um, but yeah, I think we're more and more aware of the side effects or the negatives, and I think also I've seen a lot of trends about artists being sober,
Hmm.
like Marlon Hofstad, I think, Dylan Francis, a lot of guys that are sober, and I do think we're also getting like even John Summit, I think, is now sober, and even John Summit because I think he was kind of known for like, hey, what the fuck is up, Miami, like,
The party
and
man.
but like also realize that I think the crowd it's just also not that cool anymore to yeah, we're getting fucked up, it's like a bit,
Yeah.
maybe that's a bit done, I don't know.
Yeah, that whole health life thing is becoming more of a thing in the society in general. So yeah, it's not unpopular anymore to talk about mental health and physical health, and yeah, it's kind of accepted, and that's a good thing in my opinion. Question from Renzo: when you upload a recording of a set you played at a festival or a club, who handles the license for the music so you don't get a copyright strike?
Yeah, YouTube, and that's decided by every track separately through their label.
But isn't there,
um
like, with Tomorrowland and stuff, with the bigger festival at least, I guess guys like the promoters are gonna fix it because they will upload it on their channel.
yeah, then there's teams that are in touch with everyone, so
Yeah,
I can imagine if Martin Garrix upload a set, and even if he would get a strike, they can call, right away. Like they have someone there,
yeah,
someone there, someone there. So easily fixed. For smaller artists, sometimes it's difficult because sometimes it's like, no, your track is offline, and there's no one to reach,
yeah,
which sucks. But that's also the way it's played. I do think there's a lot of tracks you can use, but then you just don't have any revenue on the old
on the
YouTube.
stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Question for Jay from Future. You mentioned Armin van Buren gave you feedback. Did you ask Armin for feedback through Instagram DM, and is that something you do often?
So funny thing is, I sent him DM, and that was about something else because I was in for holiday in Cyprus and he played there. So I was like, "Hey, can I come by?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, come by." Didn't manage to go anymore, unfortunately. But then I also sent him my EP. No reply. But um, Rainer, he knows the tour manager of Armin, and they sent it. Well, he was talking about my new sound, and like was kind of like, yeah, he's doing a new sound. And then they was like, oh, just send it, and we'll have a listen because they were on tour or something. This was like last week or 2 weeks ago, and then they listened to it, and I got like a little feedback. Um,
Yeah,
so that's you know connected through that. Which,
yeah,
but then again, he also responded to my DMs before, and that's the thing. And I keep being surprised about usually the biggest DJs are the ones who reply.
Yeah,
They
we
reply
talked
the
about this
most
today.
often, actually.
Yeah,
Like the ones who are actually successful and actually big in general, also in business life, always have time to make a call or
yeah,
send an email back, even if the answer is no. Um, and for the rest, it's like, yeah, I send it to everyone, but you don't always get seen. You don't always get a reply. And but that's the way it goes. As sometimes they pick it up, and you don't even know. No, they don't have a reply, but they just play it, and then
yeah,
you're like, what the hell? All my tracks played there and there.
yeah. Exactly.
Um, but yeah, DM is the shitty thing is with a lot of big artists, and I'm trying to reach like I sent something to Dom Dolla, and then you only get like one attempt in his DMs, which is annoying because then I want to send him more, and how can I explain to him like, hey, dude, I'm like, yeah, it's hard. So
Yeah,
even for me, with my connections, it's hard, but it's
yeah. Exactly. There's a follow-up question from Future as well. He says, would you say DJs like yourself are generally okay with smaller artists reaching out on Instagram for feedback, or given how busy you are, is it usually better to just send the track?
Yeah, always just send the track. I think
Yeah,
that's in
just the full
general,
track.
this is that's just go straight for what you want. And I feel like that's why the successful people, if you're like, hey man, is it okay if I send you? No, if you just say to someone like Tiesto, like, hey, what do you think of this?
Yeah.
Boom. And
And you
if you
normally
get
get
no
like,
reply, but you do get seen, he probably doesn't like it.
and
And
you
it's
get
nothing
ghosted.
personal.
Yeah, that's how it works.
No,
Nothing
but like
personal. It
that's,
just stinks. It
I
stinks.
think it's way better to just be direct. This is what I want from you. Do you like it? If they like it, they will
Yeah,
probably reply or not even, and there are a chance they don't even listen to it. So
yeah,
you just gotta.
exactly. I see something in the chat from Dominic Austin. Um, he says, is 31 late to release music? I've been producing since 10 years. I wanted to debut my song, but I feel like people will judge me for being a ghost producer if I go big. Well, I think people, but I feel people
Yeah,
will judge me for being a ghost producer if I go big. I don't really understand the
I
question,
don't
but
understand the last sentence.
yeah,
The
let's stick with the
31.
first part. It's not too late at all.
No,
31, you're young. Just go.
yeah,
Just
yeah. That's all I need to hear. That's
yeah,
very young. You can break through in 50. There's DJs like Tiesto and Carl Cox that are above 50. So
still owning the industry.
um, you never know. You never
How
know. So
h-
it's
how old is Axwell? 47,
there you go.
almost 50. Yeah. Well,
But
there
it's
you
of
go.
course different if you don't have a career yet, but you have to do it for the love of making that music and of course playing the gigs. But I think you need to have that love of making music, and then you'll whatever. You don't even have to ask if it's too late. You just make it. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly. That's the best way to do it. Yeah. He says, if I go big, people will. I hired ghost producer. Do they think you hired a ghost producer, or will they find out that you hired a ghost producer? It's kind of a side thing. Let's see what he answers.
People will
People
think.
will think I hired. Well, let them think.
Let them think, man.
People will think everything.
Yeah,
The key here is that you shouldn't care about their opinions at all. Like, just make the music you want to make, and if they think you hired a ghost producer, have them think it or
whatever.
make
Yeah.
content about it. Show them that you actually made it yourself. Get all the rumors out of the air, but you really shouldn't care about what other people think of you. Um, yeah,
I
just
also don't
waste
think
your
it's
time.
it's that much of a thing anymore if you have a ghost producer or not. It's not that
No,
taboo anymore.
much less than
Yeah.
it used to be.
Yeah.
Even if you have a ghost producer, most people don't even bother.
No.
Yeah, those were the questions for this week so far. By the way, I just forgot the fact that we forgot to say where Ralph is. We just started. Ralph is not here, as you can all see. He couldn't make it because of private reasons. He's also not sure if he's able to make it with ADE, so let's see if that works out. But yeah, that's why he's not here. He'll hopefully be here at least next week again. Let's talk about ADE. What is your will you be at a lot of events or
Um, a few. There's this artist coaching event I'm gonna
Hmm.
do. Check my website, jayhardway.com/tour.
check how beautiful the website is?
Um, yeah, I mean, I have always some events planned, and then you run into people, and I try to always keep it a bit quiet because I do think, like, as an artist, I yeah, I want to show my face at some places, but yeah, I mean, also like it's just usually you run into a lot of the same people. So
For you,
this
it
year I'm
might.
gonna try to
For,
run in new people. Um,
yeah, but then you have to be in the spots where those people are, which mostly are like at the events of ours, but more like the smaller events. Because if you
yeah,
go to the mixers and stuff, the industry mixers, that's where you see all the same people.
yeah.
And they're important people. So if you're a starting artist, you want to be at the mixer.
I
Um,
mean, I still want to be at the mixer, but I'm more trying to say like, yeah, the guys I speak to every week,
hmm,
hey, what's up? Good, good. And I'm just gonna move on a bit more because, but
yeah.
I love to chit chat, ouwe hoeren. And then
Oh,
before you know it, it's 4 a.m. and I'm like, should have gone home
yeah,
and then didn't. That's ADE.
yeah,
But I think also for the agents, it's really important. They get to meet face to face with a lot of promoters, bookers. I think that's where the real business is done as well, especially for the bigger headliners.
yeah.
Um, I mean, for an artist, it's good, but it's also like the sets are usually very short, so it's not a real showcase of what you would actually do. Um,
It kind of would be the
yeah,
perfect time for you to showcase your new thing, right? Your new sound.
yeah. I mean, I'm going to for sure.
Do you play at
But
a
it's
dedicated mixer
I'm
or
not
something?
playing there. No, I'm going there, but I'm not playing. But I do two shows, but it's in Club Prime. That's like more of a bar, I guess.
Hmm.
So it's hard to really showcase what you do.
Yeah.
It's but I think it's always good to just still be eager to be everywhere. I
Hmm.
mean, but what I'm saying is I still want to be everywhere, but I don't want to be like at the same parties talking to the same people feeling like it's 5 years ago. And
Hmm.
that's I don't mean that bad towards like, oh, the people I know, but more like, hey man, I this year music wise I also really want to explore a bit. And yeah, I think that's the
Well,
interesting thing about AD. There's so much to do.
yeah. I'm actually every year more and more. I'm considering to going like really all in next year. As in, every year I just don't have enough time in one week. Like I will be there just for 2 days, and I get so many requests which I want to attend, and I'm not able to push it into those 2 days. So I think I'm gonna go to Amsterdam quite a bit more next year. So because like last week, a few of the clients also came to the office. Maybe set up like an office for a week there. To have all the meetings there and all. It sounds like a cool thing. Maybe that's actually a good thing to do.
Smart.
You can be there as well. That's actually
Sure.
fun. Do the podcast there,
That would be nice. A
dude.
live
That's
podcast.
that's a cool idea. Like the whole week, like have like a set place where we are throughout the week just to do meetings and interesting things. That's very fun. It should be
Let's go,
doable.
man. Let's
Should
go.
should be doable. Like arrange one of those containers offices where you just put it on light supply and sit
Yeah,
there.
with the glass, like the
Yeah,
glass house.
yeah, exactly. Like the glass house. It's interesting.
That would be cool.
Um,
And we
Israel
build a
Carter.
studio in there. You can see me work.
Yeah, exactly. Do collaborations and stuff. Jay, is your new sound and tracks a self-release, or will you be looking to release on a particular label? That's what Israel Carter.
Self-released, man. Self-released.
Yes.
This is the thing. Um, I feel like a lot of labels are looking for what's popular now already, and what I'm trying to do is build this sound. Um, and I need to get support. I need to get it out there. I need people to understand it, and I can only talk so much about it. Eventually, people are gonna listen. So there's this EP, 4 tracks, gives you already a good idea, but it's really gonna have to show over months' time that
Yeah.
people really are like, oh wow, this is what it's about,
Yeah.
with live sets and stuff and content. So that's why self-releasing is the best possible option. Also because the masters were done 3 weeks ago. So it's like that's not possible with the label. With the
I need a
label, it's
fast
like,
pace.
yeah, I can make something today and release it in like, well, even in a week, let's say, but realistically, you could release it in 2 3 weeks,
Yeah.
which is the whole thing that I think now is so important. So you can also swiftly change tactics and stuff. But I mean, I'm also gonna aim for labels eventually. But I think it's good to just pump out tracks. I think that's what people want to see. And then if the labels, they then gonna contact me.
Do you have
You know,
like a content strategy as well, or is it just music strategy?
mostly music and content. I mean, I have been pretty good always with content, so I kind of feel like that's the same. Hey, I need to post stuff. I have to come up with stuff, so you have to kind of give yourself a bit of a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna do like a live set recording in a cool location, which I'm already trying to plan. I'm planning, let's say, trying to plan. That's like
Yeah. Well,
that's where a lot goes wrong. I'm trying to
I'm
plan. No, you
trying
just
to
gotta
plan.
do. You just gotta you
Just
actually
do. There we
for
are
that kind of
again, full
no, but for that
circle.
kind of stuff, it's actually good if you just call a location, book it in,
Yep.
book the date in, and then you're like, holy fuck, how am I gonna
Yeah.
ever get all this shit done? You will get it done
It's like the
because you
EP,
have
right?
that
Like
date.
just set it in your calendar. ADE, 4 tracks, 1 EP. How am I
That's
going to do
exactly,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even have like a stock behind it.
Stick
Then I
behind the
need,
door.
well, but if you actually book something, then you're like, okay, now we have to go get things done.
Yeah.
But it's awesome to every time surprise yourself that you are able to do stuff like that.
I actually did the same thing with the book. Like the fact that I did it in public made me accountable to
Yeah,
people, because
yeah,
if I failed, people would remind me like, hey,
yep,
where's the update? Like you promised
yeah,
us a weekly update. Where's the update? Like, oh shit, that
yeah.
hurts. So it really
That's
helps
good.
to kind of build in public, just put it out there and say, this, I'm gonna do this. Keep me
Yeah.
accountable. Really helps. You can even do it with friends or family or your girlfriend or
Mm-hmm.
whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
just tell them like, hey, I'm gonna do this, and people might be surprised that you're actually going to do it as well.
Someone you don't want to disappoint. So it's like your parents are perfect because parents being mad, fine, easy,
Don't
dealt
want to
with that.
disappoint them.
Parents being disappointed, the worst,
Yeah,
the worst feeling in the world. So,
it's the thing, right? I'm not mad.
but
I'm
it's
just
it's um
disappointed.
it's it's like that with you have to learn also that to do that with yourself. So like to yourself, be the person who says, that's the date, I'm going to do it. And I realize time and time again, you
Yep.
think someone will come to the rescue, and then you realize every time again, shit, I got to do it all myself. And it's
It's
every
you
time
versus
again.
you. Yeah.
But
In
that's the thing with like you get almost tricked into things will happen.
Yeah.
And then you realize, you know, nothing happens. Shit, I gotta run now because I'm not
Yeah.
gonna make it.
Talking about running in this topic, I actually have another thing I want to put out in the
A
universe.
marathon.
More, even more. Um, I am going to run 50 kilometers in about 25 hours, 24, 25 hours probably, with a group of dads for a good cause for kids. But we're setting it up right now. We're gonna do it on the 6th or 7th of February, I believe. So small 4 months from now. And that's one
Like,
of those things. Like I'm not a runner at all, so I
you
have to
gotta
train.
train. Yeah, you
Exactly.
gotta
And I
train.
started doing that this week. So this morning at 6 o'clock, I started running. This Monday we had a training, and by simply putting it out in the universe and telling people, okay, I'm gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's g- I want to be the guy who actually does it, or at least
Yeah,
tries.
yeah.
Like at least try.
And did you also, when you told people in the beginning, you were not 100% sure you were gonna do it yet, but then you kind of felt like,
No, I said I'm
uh,
gonna do it.
okay.
Yeah, I said we're gonna do this. This is gonna happen, and I'm gonna give it my best. But the idea is to walk 200 kilometers with 4 duos, so that's 50 each.
Okay.
And then in in like how do you call it? Like every 2 and 3 mile you switch. You tap in and tap out each other.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's that called? Estafette. Estafette. So you run about like 15 minutes every hour, and then do that for like 25 hours, and then you have 50 kilometers. That's the idea. So it
Crazy.
sounds easy, like just 2-3 kilometers an hour. That sounds easy, but we'll see. People say I underestimate it, but we'll see.
Yeah, just train for a marathon, and
Exactly.
you'll be good. You know.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm gonna do. So another thing, like the book is out there right now. Let's go on to the
Yeah.
next thing.
Yeah.
Personal goal. Next year I will be running a lot of miles. We'll see.
That's good.
I think we've been through the shilling as well, right? Or is there something you want to show?
Melodic Rave out this Friday. My new EP, 4 tracks, 4 original
4
Jay Hardway
tracks,
tracks.
1 producer.
2 producers because Andrew
Oh
A
yeah.
is
Oh
a
yeah, that's
co-ed.
true.
I
4
I
tracks, 1
drag I drag
producer.
him into this,
No
but he's super
label.
talented, so that's the talking. Hardway music.
Dude, you should make a teaser of this, like super exaggerated, as in
No, but my
4
new sound
tracks.
doesn't allow for any humor. You know, this is
Yeah,
serious shit.
I'm the serious guy, man. I make good music. Yeah. Okay.
No, but yeah, it's for people listening. Just say something you want to achieve. Say that you're gonna do it in like a year's time. And I think something like a marathon or a half a marathon are good, also good things because you have to pay for it usually. So you book it in,
Yep.
then you have to do it, and then you have to train for it, and that kind of stuff physically definitely can also teach you. Oh wait, this is like the same as mentally doing things. You
Not
just
fun.
gotta do it. Yeah.
Exactly. Nobody's gonna drag you out of bed in the morning to walk, I don't know, 5
That's
kilometers.
that's what but it's the thing, like life tricks you into that will happen,
Mm,
and then you realize, no, I gotta all by myself. You
yeah.
always feel like other people are doing it with groups, but that's just not the case.
Yeah. By the way, him has a good point. He says, "I want to request a guest for the show. He wants to see Mike Hawkins. Do you think that's possible? We can ask, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's for sure. It
Yeah,
would be
let's get
very
him on the
cool.
show if he
Let's
wants
try
to.
for sure.
We'll check.
Yeah.
Cool. For everyone listening, if you're at ADE, hope to see you this week. If you're not in Amsterdam, looking forward to seeing you next week again in the podcast. Don't forget to check out our website about all the coaching programs. And if you are a fan of this podcast, if you listen every week, if you think it's fun, valuable, whatever you think it is, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. That really helps us to reach a bigger audience. Thanks again for tuning in again. And
We still have 1.5 minute. Hey guys, how are you doing? Now this is the real chat.
bye bye.